Okay, so now we're going to expand our knowledge. We talked about side, 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 and side angle side last time. But now let me include two new rules. Angle, side angle, and angle, angle, side. In both cases, in both new rules, you need two angles and a side. For angle, side, angle, you need two angles and the side in between. For angle, angle, side, you need two angles and the side not in between. So what do I mean with that? Okay. For angle, side, angle, let me make an example here. You need two angles of one triangle. So I'm gonna say these two angles are equal to these angles. So two angles from one triangle are equal to two angles from the other triangle. But then the side in between. Okay. So the side, I mean in between the angles that I marked. So it's not just any side, it's the one side in between the angles. So I'm gonna mark this side and this side. That's the rule angle side angle. Again, I can mark it with slashes, like in my example. I can mark it with numbers. I'm gonna mark it with numbers sometimes. Now, the other rule that I mentioned is the rule angle angle side. Some people like that, call that side angle angle. It's the same thing, okay? It is two angles, but the side is not in between. How do you call it angle angle side or side angle angle? It's your choice. Same thing. So what do I mean with that? What do I need with that? Okay, let me talk about two triangles. I need two angles to begin with. So I'm gonna say these two angles of this triangle are equal to these angles of this triangle. Now the side is not in between the angles. Not. So because if I mark the side in between, then that's angle side angle. Now angle angle side is not the side in between. So I'm gonna mark this side. It has to match this side. Corresponding side though. Like notice how this side is touching the one that has two arcs. Same thing here. So the idea of the angle side angle is two angles and the side in between. The idea of angle angle side is two angles and the side not in between. Okay, let's take a look at question number 23. I'm going to be working 23 through 28 today. First, I ask myself indirectly, can I mark a side and an angle that is not marked? Remember, side, you can mark a side if the two triangles share the side. Angle, you can mark an angle if the two sides make an X, I mean, the two angles make an X. So I can mark this angle with this angle. Have no idea how big they are, but I know they're equal. When I'm looking at one triangle, I ask myself, okay, there's two of something. Because now I'm going to be combining all four rules, the two rules that we talked about yesterday and the two new rules from today. For my lecture, mainly the rules from today. For my homework, I can include rules from yesterday. Okay, so what does this say? I have two angles, right? You see my two angles? I'm going to do my two A's for my two angles. Is the side, is this side in between the angles? Yes. So then put it in between the angles. So angle, side, angle. How about the other one? Is it marked the same way? Is the other triangle marked the same way? Two angles and the side in between? Yes. So there, that's my answer. Angle, side, angle. When I'm asking to determine that the two triangles are congruent, by you giving me the rule that says they are congruent, you're done. Let's take a look at number 24. I can say this angle right here is 90 degrees, right? Opposite angles are equal when there's an X. So I see when I'm looking at one triangle, I'm focusing on one triangle. And I see marked is this angle with this angle. So two angles marked. Okay, so I'm gonna write two angles. And then I see a side. Is the side in between the angles? In between the angles will be right here. It is not in between the angles. Okay, so in that case, it's right here. So put it all together. Okay, so let me erase this. So I'm calling this angle angle side. Take a look at the other triangle. Is it marked the same way? I see my two angles marked and the side mark, and the side is not in between the angles. It is fine. It is correct. So my rule would be angle, angle, side. If it follows another rule, but not these four, when I say four, remember the rules that we saw yesterday, the two new rules that we're learning today. If it doesn't follow one of those, it is called not congruent. We talked about that yesterday. All right, let me flip the page. Let me take a look at number 25 and 26 because I'm working up until 28. So let me flip the page. So here, the measurements are going to be our numbers. Now I'm going to say, I'm trying to trick you here. I'm going to give you the three sides of the triangle, the three angles. Sometimes I might just give you the two angles that you need. Sometimes I might give you all three angles. So I see angle-wise, I see 39 on both sides. But when it comes to angles, one triangle has a 53 and the other one has an 88. So for today only, I just want you to complete. Okay, it seems like here I'm missing the 88, and on the other triangle I'm missing the 53. So the three angles are going to be equal. Okay, now let me see if this follows one of the rules. I see the side 5, this side, and this side. Okay, okay, I'm following it. I'm wondering if this is the rule angle or the rule angle side. So let's see. The angle 53 follows this angle here, 53. Um, okay. And then on the first triangle, the two angles that were marked are these two. So following the markings from the first triangle, the two angles that were given were 53 and 39. So 53 and 39. Okay, the angle's not in between. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe I have angle side. But is it the same side though? Is it the same side? Um, this side I see touches the one with the two arcs. This side I see it touches the one with the one arc. Nope, it's not the same side then. So not congruent. Let's take a look at over here. This is 77. This is 58. So I'm gonna say this one right here is 58 as well. And then 14th. Mm, okay, so two angles in the side. I'm checking. Is it angle side angle? Well, actually, first, is it the same angle? The same angle. Let's see. This side right here touches the 77 degrees. Good. This side right here, 77 degrees. Okay. So I'm going to call this. I see that I have two angles, but the side is not in between. So I'm going to call that angle side. Side angle is fine. Just two angles and the side is not in between. Now let's take a look at number 27. This was interesting last time. Remember, I have four rules now. Side angle side, which is from yesterday, but I'm adding angle side angle and angle side. Okay. So here, I'm not asking whether they're congruent or not. Here I said, state what additional information is required in order to know that triangles are congruent for the reason given. And I want this first, I ask myself, any things indirectly. I can mark this angle equals to this angle because of vertical angle theorem. And then I want this rule to be angle side angle. So two angles and the side in between. So I am missing something. What am I missing? When I take a look on the first triangle here, I'm taking a look at this triangle, I see that it marked, I have two angles. Remember, for angle side angle, I need two angles and the side in between. So I see my two angles. I need the side in between. Which one is it? Well, this side. When I look on the other triangle, which side is it? This side. So from the first triangle, that's the side CL. Remember, for sides, I need two letters. For the other triangle, it's the side LK. All capital letters. When you're talking about sides, you need two letters. All right, let's take a look at number 28. Thinks indirectly. Okay. Is there a side that the two triangles share? No. Is there vertical angle theorem, right? Is there two angles that form an X? No. Okay, so nothing indirectly. So here I have to write this as side, side, side. So all three sides have to be marked. I know side, side, side is from yesterday, but remember I'm adding all four rules. So from one triangle, I need this side, and the other triangle, I need this side. So I'm going to say VT is equal to the side MK. All capital letters.